love of my life in like 3 weeks because that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip and retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated, I've broken the system.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Jones. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. He's to the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
This goes to Mack on the check down. Touchdown! Marlon Mack, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Taylor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Seven, our score after 1. Looking to throw. Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Jones on 3rd down. He's going to look deep for more. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Colts. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific, because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6. Flushed out right. Dumps this one off to Mack. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
This to the outside from Mack.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this, because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll run here with Mack.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Second and 10. To throw again, Jones. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now Jones throwing on first down, and that'll be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And one more time. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Jones now on first down. It's caught. Lockett. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, there's Lockett pulling in a tough ground. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kylan Granson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. He finds his man complete. It's Holloway. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Houston. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Gets around him. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He did it again.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run with Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg. Jones. He finds his man. Complete. That's Morales. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Mack. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. before they run this play on 4th and 1. We're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at the 10. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. Nifty move. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 90 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's Jones off the play fake. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on offense. It's going to be a long day.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jones looking for Campbell downfield. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On play action, they'll throw.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The real what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
He'll buy some time right. He finds his man complete. It's Morales. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stopped them behind the line for the second straight play. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return is Peterson. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Quiddy Pay in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
39-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for